Welcome to a new episode on this Monday of Sports News Flash at 12 with your one and only Miguel Mike Medina. The Ryder Cup is in the books. Team Europe has done it again. They won in 2023 and they did it again this year. They won 15-13 against Team USA. The Americans, they struggled on Friday and Saturday, especially with their putting, while the Europeans were making their putting. But on Sunday, Team USA played much better. Justin Thomas, Cameron Young, Xander Schauffele, Scotty Scheffler, they all came alive on Sunday, but it was too little, too late. Shane Lowry, he closed it out when he made the final putt to give Team Europe the victory once again, and now they're holding the trophy. Team Europe has won 9 of their last 12 Ryder Cups against Team USA. So congratulations to Team Europe. So many phenomenal players. You have Tommy Fleetwood, Rory McIlroy, Justin Rose, John Rahm. These guys stepped up big time for Team Europe. Luke Donald, who's the captain for Team Europe, he is arguably, or I'll say he could arguably go down as the best captain in the history of Ryder Cup for Team Europe. He won as a captain in 2023, and he did it this year again. And what makes Luke Donald so effective as a captain is how much he values team chemistry. They've spent weeks together. There was a lot of camaraderie together. Those were the moments that they enjoy the most. And Luke Donald, 47-year-old, is someone that truly values team chemistry. He values kinship. He values friendships, all of those things. And that's something that he set the tone from the beginning. He knows how to motivate his guys. And he's grateful for every of the 12 players that's playing for Team Europe. Rory McIlroy, his history in golf is all set. Is all set. This year has been a dream season for Rory McIlroy. The event took place in New York. All right. And the Ryder Cup, there's a lot of intensity, a lot of emotions, which is necessary for the sport. It makes the sport exciting. But the fans who were in attendance for this year's Ryder Cup, they crossed the line. When we're talking about spilling a drink, throwing items, that's crossing the line. When you say very derogatory comments to an athlete, that's crossing the line, especially in a sport like golf. Or golf is a sport that is held to a high standard. You need a lot of concentration. Golf is completely different from football, from basketball and baseball. You need a lot of concentration. There's a level of high conduct that goes behind golf, a level of professionalism that goes behind it. It wouldn't surprise me if a lot of people were drinking too much at the Ryder Cup, but their behavior was very unacceptable. Supposedly, Rory McIlroy's wife, there was some drink that were thrown at her. I know that Rory McIlroy, when he was about to make a putt, he was getting distractions from the crowd. Justin Rose got even booed at one point in this weekend. So the question is, where will the Ryder Cup go from here? Will this be the last Ryder Cup to be held in New York? I don't know. But I don't see it coming back in New York in 2027. The Ryder Cup, just like the Masters, but more the Ryder Cup motivated me to at least go and experience it at least once in my life. Ryder Cup and the Masters, for true sports fans, that's something that needs to be crossed off your bucket list. Luke Donald became only the second European captain to win back-to-back Ryder Cups. Victor Hovland, he withdrew from the singles match on Sunday due to a neck injury. He was scheduled to play Harris English, but that didn't happen, obviously. Scotty Scheffler struggled this weekend. Same thing with Alexander Schauffele, Colin Morikawa as well. When it comes to Team USA, I'm not gonna go in the route like many of these golf writers are doing, that they're placing it all on one person, which is a captain, Keegan Bradley. This is Bradley's first year being the captain for the Ryder Cup. Yes, he could have made some adjustments, but I'll give him the benefit of the doubt because we don't know if he'll get lucky the second time as a captain or the third time. We don't know. But I understand that we are in a sport where people want fast results, people want you to deliver right away, even on your first year. But that's not always the case. Not everyone can be Luke Donald. Not everyone can succeed right away as a captain. Everyone leads differently. But yes, he could have made some adjustments with the lineups, with so many things. And I know that there's some people that they're even upset with him, the fact that he didn't address the crowd, or at least in the press, saying that the fans needs to be on the best behavior, etc. There's stuff like that being thrown out there as well. But I'm not gonna place all the blame on him. I feel that this was a team event. So everyone should be held accountable. Bryson DeChambeau, even though I feel that him and Cameron Young, especially on Saturday, they held up their end for Team USA. With Bryson DeChambeau, I did not like the fact, and I like Bryson DeChambeau, he's great for the game of golf, but I did not like the fact that he was chirping to Tommy Fleetwood after he made his putt. And it all started because of Bryson DeChambeau's caddy and Justin Rose. They had something to say, but I just felt like Bryson DeChambeau exaggerated that situation. And again, and I said this on a separate video that I recorded earlier on my other YouTube channel, Miguel Mike Medina, Jack of all trades. Let's stop with I'm gonna be nice. Let's stop with the comparison. Tiger Woods, Scotty Scheffler comparison. Scotty Scheffler is Scotty Scheffler. Tiger Woods is Tiger Woods. When it's all said and done, Scotty Scheffler will go down as one of the greatest golfers ever. And I know he must be feeling very bad today because Team USA didn't win and he knew he didn't perform his best. But this is part of growing pains. And hopefully he uses this and everyone else on that Team USA uses this as a motivation for 2027. Other than that, congratulations to Team Europe. I like a lot of these players from both sides. I'm a fan of Tommy Fleetwood, Rory McIlroy, Scotty Scheffler, Xander Schauffele, Ludwig Abert. I'm a fan of him as well. So the game of golf is in great hands with a lot of these talented players. But I just feel that the fans ruined, to a certain extent, ruined the collection of the atmosphere of the Ryder Cup. But thankfully, Team Europe, they kept their heads straight. They were focused. They didn't lose poise, and they came out victorious. And as an American, Team Europe really shut up everyone, especially those who were rooting against them. As much as I want Team USA to win, but you got to tip your hat to Team Europe. I'm just very disappointed and disgusted the way all those folks behaved this weekend at the Ryder Cup. Moving on to baseball. Yesterday was game 162. The Cincinnati Reds, they clinched the final playoff spot. The Mets collapsed. This is their worst collapse, much worse than 2007, 2008. For a team that collectively have all this talent, all that money that was being spent, for them not to make the playoffs, that was horrendous. I feel like there was no leadership, there was no team chemistry, especially down the stretch in the month of September. This could be the last of Pete Alonso. Clearly, there's going to be some changes that will come to this Mets organization before the start of 2026. The Blue Jays secure the AL East division. It's their first division title since 2015. It's going to be Yankees versus Red Sox. The wild card series is set. Yankees versus Red Sox, Padres versus Cubs, Reds versus Dodgers, and Tigers versus Indians. No, I'm going to say Guardians. Indians. And congratulations to the Indians. They secured the AL Central. What a magnificent story. What a comeback it has been for that team. And I'm happy for Terry Francona, manager of the Reds, one of the best managers in the game. In his first season managing this ball club to go to the postseason, super happy for him. I'm not going to sleep on the Reds. Yes, it's looking like a complete mismatch. David versus Goliath against the Dodgers. But when it comes to the postseason, it's a brand new season. Anyone can get hot at the right time. And it all begins tomorrow, Tuesday, 4 games, 1 p.m., 3 p.m., 6 p.m., and 9 p.m. So this week, I'll be staying home, taking notes, recording podcasts, videos, etc., and just, tune into everything that October baseball has to offer. So yeah, I'm excited for that. Yesterday's NFL games, Green Bay, Dallas Cowboys. I hate, and I repeat, I hate, because hate is such a strong word, but I had to use it in this case. I hate that the game ended on a tie, 40-40. Green Bay had a chance to score a touchdown late at overtime, but it was incomplete, and they had to settle for a field goal. That was a very disappointing end because I like to see a winner. Green Bay Packers and Cowboys that's always a fascinating matchup. But again, I gotta give credit to the Cowboys for rallying, for coming back, and it was a great game. But the fact that it ended on a tie, that does not sit well with me, and I hope the NFL does something about this in the future. Steelers, they beat the Vikings 24-21. The game was played at Ireland. The Lions dominated the Browns 34-10. How about the Giants? Jackson Dart, his first start, he won. And The Giants got their first win of the victory over a very good Chargers team, 21-18. This is the first Giants win against the Chargers since Danny Cannell was the quarterback, which was in 1997, I believe it was. Wow, wow, unbelievable stuff. And how about this? We have the classic because they have a lot of history with each other. Eagles and Buccaneers. Eagles won 31-25 on the road. How about the Jaguars? They're now 3-1 to start the season. But for some since 2018, they beat the 49ers on the road 26-21. Chicago Bears, they beat the Raiders on the road 25-24. The Chiefs beat the Ravens 37-20. Lamar Jackson left the game with a hamstring injury. That's a tough blow for the Ravens because we don't know how much time he'll be missing. Speaking of tough blows, Malik Neighbors, he suffered a torn ACL. So that's a huge dagger blow to the Giants season. ACL and Achilles injuries, those are very serious injuries because number one, it's not guaranteed that these players will be the same as they were before. And number two, these injuries take a year to fully heal. But yeah, that sucks. The Falcons, they beat Washington 34-27. Houston, Texas got their first win of the season, shutting out Tennessee 26-zip. Patriots dominated Panthers 42-13. And the Bills beat the Saints 31-19. And last but not least, yes, we have the Jets and the Dolphins tonight. One of those teams will get their first win of the season, while the other one will remain winless. But last but not least, Bad Bunny, he will headline Super Bowl halftime show next year, February 2026, which will be at the Levi Stadium, the home where the 49ers play. The announcement was made, the NFL made the announcement last night during halftime of the Packers and Cowboys game. Last year was Kendrick Lamar. This year will be Bad Bunny. Well, guys, that does it for this episode of Baseball for Sports News Flash at 12. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed this episode. October baseball is here. October, like I said, just like April, are two of the best months when it comes to sports. So enjoy October baseball. I'll keep you guys updated with more news and updates. Be safe, everyone. Have a happy Monday, happy week. And may God bless each and every one of you. Take care.